Boom.
Boom.
Okay. Should we do the clap thing? Okay. I don't hear anything. Oh, yes, I do. Just kidding.
Hey.
Whoa, man.
All right, guys, listen.
Okay, let me hear it.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
We back, episode 8, baby.
Number 8. Miss the Abyss.
My name is Raymond Rivera, aka Ray Rockskill for the Cutter, aka I almost forgot who I was.
It's been that long. But it's been long. My name is Jose, aka Gonzo, aka Jose the Mighty, aka the Man of Steel, aka Mr. Untouchable, but only to like the devilish things and the secular things. I try to be untouchable too. Everybody else can come out and reach out and touch me, and we can say what's up and talk, whatever. I think that's how that goes.
Bro, that was a good intro right
Oh,
there.
yeah?
Yeah, that's a good intro. It's a
All
little bit of run on, but you know what I'm saying? Listen,
It's
guys,
been
we're
a minute.
back, man.
It's been a minute.
I know we
Yeah,
always
bro.
say that. I didn't want to say that no more because I feel like we always say that.
We're gonna cut that out of
just-
post.
yeah.
Don't even think you didn't hear that.
Episode 8, we are here. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, man. Oh my God, bro. I don't know how. Listen, it's been so long. The President Biden was elected. He wasn't even inaugurated yet the last time we recorded an episode, and now he's in full swing of his administration. It's like, oh boy. When people are like, yo, when are you gonna record? When's the next episode going? What's the next episode? I'm like, oh man, we really gotta get on that. I'm so sorry. We really gotta get on it. And
But we're here, man.
finally.
You know, and I think that the best takeaway is even if you take long, don't be discouraged. Just get it done. Just do it. You know, 'cause
Yes.
You know how sometimes you wait too long to do something, you never get it done.
Mhm.
And you're like, you know, and just do it. And we're here.
Right.
And I'm happy that we're here. I guess I'll share how I was feeling earlier. We had a great conversation.
Yeah, man. Yo,
Awesome
before we
conversation.
recorded this episode, we must have talked for like about an hour.
We did like 4
Oh.
shows before
Like,
this,
legit,
technically,
legit.
right? It could have been 4 shows, but it was good, man. I was just telling him before I came here today. You know, we haven't done this in a while, so we finally got a day where we can meet and talk more and get an episode done. And I was not feeling it. I was tired. You know, I just wanted to stay home. It's so many things to get done. But I'm like, you know what? If I overcome this feeling of not wanting to, you know, if I overcome this feeling of just wanting to do what my body's telling me to do,
Mm-hmm.
that could be the thing that differentiates, you know, I guess someone who dreams about something and someone who gets it done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Just to try to put it in some better terms, like, you know, we all have aspirations, we all have dreams,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of times that's where it ends, right? Like
in our dreams, on our bed. Yeah.
you know, like you know how you have a conversation, you're like, man, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking about becoming a pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about becoming you know, I just want to become an engineer. You know,
Mhm.
and then you're like, oh, that's really cool. You know, you sound real nice at the moment because you're like, yeah, I want to become a pilot.
Or
you know?
yeah, or like I want to be an electrician.
You know
or
what I'm
I
saying?
wanna,
Yeah, because you know, I got these plans where you know, I just want to. I'm a fly. I'm a fly around the world.
Mhm.
You know, and it sounds good at the moment, but
right.
but
Then you ask them, what schools have you been flying to? Where are you getting your flight lessons done at?
yeah, you know, or like 10 years down the line, you know, they're in a supermarket working.
Right.
You know,
Right.
but you know, any job is good. But the point is that, you know, aspirations and dreams are just aspirations and dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you sprinkle a little bit of what do you want to call it? You know, effort.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sprinkle a little effort on the dreams. And what's the result? What are we
You
getting?
know, if you sprinkle a little bit of effort, that's gonna be the thing to differentiate a person who just talks a lot between someone who gets things done and real results come.
yeah, man.
You know, and you know, I think we've all been there where we're just talking and we're like, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. I've been there, and I learned my lesson to just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
Because then your friends are like, yo, what are you talking about that thing last month? What happened with that?
Mhm.
You know, I learned my lesson with that, so I don't really say nothing. But you know, I had that feeling before I came here of like, I really want to stay home, but then I'm like, yo, I could be that guy to stay home and not get it done, or I could be that guy to get things done.
Yeah,
Literally,
that's it. That was the decision.
it was that one decision, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and there's so many people out there right now who is currently thinking about something,
Right.
getting something done. I don't know what it is.
Uh-huh.
You're thinking about getting something done. It's probably been such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably such a long time. So much time passed by, just like this show, right?
Right.
that you were feeling like,
But
I shouldn't even do it. Like,
right. Yeah.
you know, you've been thinking about this thing and you know if you do it, it's gonna take you to the next level. You know
Mhm.
that if you do it, you know things are gonna change your life, but you just haven't got around to it because
Right.
you're too busy or
Right.
or no, you couldn't make time for it. Listen, if we begin to tell you the things that we're doing now,
Right. Exactly.
full-time jobs, kids. He just had a brand new baby
Oh,
girl.
my beautiful baby girl. Go ahead.
I have 2 kids. We're married. We just moved.
Mm-hmm.
I have a full-time job. I have a part-time job. I go to church 3 times a week.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I
the
can
list goes
name-
on and on.
I can name a full list, but if there's something you want to get done,
Mm-hmm.
you can literally get it done.
Gotta make
If you just sprinkled a little bit of effort,
right.
literally, it just took me, before I came here, I'm like, man, I don't know. I had an hour and something drive. to
Oh
come
yeah,
out.
that anyone who lives in Brooklyn and knows and takes that Belt Parkway into Queens at around 4:30 to 5 o'clock, you know, you're just in a parking lot,
Bro,
all the way into
it,
Queens.
It was so bad that it took me a whole nother way.
Oh, where did they even tell you to get on the belt?
I didn't even
Ugh.
go on the belt, bro.
Yeah.
It took me another way, but I had to make that decision, wow, I have so much things to get done. I have a few days off of work. I'm going to be busy the next couple of days. It was that little thing in my head,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes, a lot of times it's too late before we can make the decision. We think about it afterwards.
Right.
Like, I
Of
should have did
course.
that.
Of course.
Oh, I should have did that. But I was literally at that moment where I can make the decision. I'm
Mhm.
like, nah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so powerful. It's funny because the Bible talks about this when
Yeah.
before you do anything,
Mm-hmm.
there's always a way out.
Right. Yeah.
There's always a way out.
Right.
Before you're about to do something dumb, you know you're about to do something you're not supposed to do. You know you shouldn't do it. There's always a way. There's always that second where you can leave. You can say no. You can say forget about it. You
Right.
can leave. There's always, so there's no excuse.
Or you can actually do what you said you were gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's just always that conscious moment, and it's so funny that you would say that because even I today was like, oh, I had to get my daughter to her appointment today. We're watching my wife's sister. There was a funeral earlier today that we also had to go to. That my wife attended and stuff like that. So today was kind of a busy day, and I was kind of beat towards the middle of the day. You know what I mean? But it's that decision, right? Like that moment where it's like you're like, imagine yourself hovering in space, and it's like, do it or don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the decision, and unfortunately, like, a lot of people, I feel like have to face this decision daily, and they're daily choosing to not do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like we can, like you said, all have dream and aspirations and stuff like that, and these things sound awesome and they sound nice, and they sound, if you tell it in a room full of people will applaud you and be like, wow, that's fantastic, I can't wait to see you do that thing. But then what are you doing to go after that thing? Like, what effort are you putting towards achieving that goal? Like you were saying, like, oh, I want to be a pilot. Yo, that's dope. But where are you taking your flying lessons at?
Exactly.
Who's teaching you how to fly? And oftentimes you run into scenarios where people will talk about things they want to do, and then when you follow up with a question like that, they don't really have an answer. So I guess the point that I'm trying to bring across is, don't be that guy or don't be that girl. What I mean? Have a plan of action, and in that moment, it's wonderful to have a plan. But the execution of that plan is probably the biggest thing, right? If there's no execution, there's no catalyst to go forward. So just like my co-host Raymond was just talking about, being in that moment where he faced an hour drive, and if you haven't been in traffic in Brooklyn, you don't know, you can't even appreciate how much that hour drive means. Like,
Forget about it.
You know what I mean? He had to face this hour drive. His body was already tired. He's running around doing a bunch of things, and in that moment, he had a decision, right, to make. He can say, I'm going to stay home and relax and kick my feet up for the rest of the day and prolong the deliverance of this episode for another who knows how long, when we'll be able to get together again. Or I can execute this plan and get to it and get to my boy Jose's house and record this episode. And this is the result, right? This is the fruit of that decision.
That's it. You know, and we're here, and I think people sometimes we take it lightly the impact that we have
Right.
just as human beings, and because I made that one decision to come, we're able to fellowship.
Mm-hmm.
Through that fellowship, we're able to iron sharpens iron, right? So we
Yeah,
had a
man.
great conversation.
Wow, man. Yo, I wish I would have recorded that conversation. I wish we could have posted it somewhere.
You know,
Especially
Yes.
if you're like a person of faith. We had just this awesome conversation
No.
about just being passionate about the gospel and passionate about doing God's work and stuff. I wish I would have recorded it and been able to post it up to give you guys a little bit of listen.
But that's the thing. We were able to have that conversation. We're able to feel, to feel enlightened, strengthened, and ready to move forward, being better. We're able to do this podcast and hopefully, put that, out there to the world so that when you guys hear and see whatever we're displaying, it could help you guys as well.
Yeah.
And even if it touches one person, anything we say, if it touches one person, you can touch somebody else. So, you have an impact as well. You're important.
Yeah.
You are important.
Right.
And you, if you ever have a desire to do something or to get it done, you stopping yourself from doing that, you're possibly stopping yourself from helping somebody else.
Right. Being a blessing in someone else's life.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, like,
if you just stay home and do nothing, you didn't know who you probably could have met that day.
yeah, yo, that's like encouraging to hear, right? That's like something I hope you guys listening or watching really take that into heart. Like, you can genuinely impact someone's life through going after your goal, through obtaining what you set out to obtain. And it could be a million different things that you could be doing, you know what I'm saying? And really just impact somebody. Like, even the things that we don't think about are really going to impact anybody. If you made a goal to go to the gym more often, if you want to, lose weight and be healthier, you being at that gym inspires somebody else in that gym to be like, man, if they can do it, I can do it too. You recording the podcast episode, you touching, people hearing this, I'm like, man, if they can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah.
It's incredible when we remove the limits of what we're able to do, or we remove the limit of who we're able to impact, or what we think, or who we think we can impact. When we start to branch out in that thinking, it's really like encouraging. It's motivating.
Yeah.
It's heartwarming
sure.
to know that you can impact somebody, that you can challenge, you could change someone's mindset, that you can really motivate somebody to go the course, to go after their own dreams, to go after their own goals. And that, that's something dope, bro. Like, it's dope, man.
For real, man. And that was the main thing of our conversation. And what I love about this podcast is that we're not professionals giving advice to amateurs.
Right.
We're just like anyone here in this
That's right.
podcast,
Yep.
getting better just like you. So
Honestly.
as we get better, we just want to project that and hope that you get better with us, because we're not perfect. We have a lot to learn, and we hope as we learn, you can learn as well.
Yeah, that's it. That's literally it. We're just, we're average people, but we just have that mindset that we can get things done, that we can obtain certain goals. If we really are hungry for it and we're really motivated and we sprinkle some effort on our plans, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we can get a lot done, and that's just, and it's crazy because it's that little bit of like the change in the mindset, that sets things off crazy. Like, really, like that little change in your mindset, the idea of like, I can do it versus I can't do it, or I can't do it, to changing it to I can do it, is that change is astronomical, right?
Yo,
like,
it's crazy,
because once you
bro.
start doing it for one thing, you start thinking about it in a bunch of different other things. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. It's like it starts like you said, it starts with that one thing. It starts with that one decision, and you can start it. You can start it the first thing in the morning. You wake up, and I am gonna wake up now. Right.
I'm gonna get out of bed. Right. I'm not gonna snooze the alarm.
I am gonna wake up now. So, meaning you're gonna wake up at the time you intended to wake up, which is gonna allow you to get done whatever you want to get done. But overcoming that first decision in the morning is gonna help you to overcome the other decisions that's coming on later on in the day.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes our problem is just making a a constant wrong choice.
Yo, literally, bro, daily
just-
making bad choices.
Bro, we just make the wrong choices, and at the end of the day, I think it's just our selfishness. You know, like, what is it that I want?
Right.
You know, I want to feel good.
I want to be comfortable.
I want to be comfortable. I want to be, you know, I want it to be convenient for me.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so what's convenient for me? That's the decision that I'm gonna make, and that's what we normally do all the time, right? So I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna let it snooze. I'm gonna let it snooze because I'm tired. Because I'm tired. But then, what's convenient for you ends up hurting yourself when you make these decisions. Now I'm running out the house. Now I can't even get my mind straight. I can't even pray. I can't even, you know, I didn't even eat breakfast. Like, I'm running straight to work.
And then what happens, like, on the commute to work? Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up earlier. Tomorrow I'm gonna actually do it and wake up early. And then tomorrow comes and we repeat the same cycle over and over and over.
Man, I think that the main thing is that we just talk the talk too much.
Right, bro.
And I think it's time to walk the walk. And I think one of the main questions for today is, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Seriously, what are you doing? Think about that. Like, what are you doing
in this lifetime right now? What are you doing? You know, I don't know who you are. I don't know how old you are. We're
talking to an audience, like an audience
know?
of people, right? So,
but the thing is, you know, we should be making some type of impact in this world, right? We go to work, you know, where I work for 8 or more hours a day. You know, we're home. You know, some of us go to church. Some of us go to different places. Some of us go out. We go to different, whatever it is. But what type of impact are we having on this earth? And that's what we were talking about.
Yeah,
we're just like, man, like, I'm already 30, you know, and it's like, what are we doing, you know, right now?
Right.
So, you know, sometimes you have to reflect with somebody.
Yeah, man. Find out who
if
your
you don't
people
reflect,
are, man.
bro, we would just literally keep on missing the goal.
Wow, man.
The goal was always there somewhere. There's always that goal, and we feel like we're okay because we're kind of like, we're doing all right.
Right. Yeah.
But then when you really reflect with somebody, you're like, wait a minute.
Wow, I could be doing so much more. So much more.
We're so like missing the goal. We're missing it right now.
Right. Yo, man, that's a gem right there. Yo, talk about it. Like, really find somebody to talk to. You know what I mean? Like, find that confidant, find that friend, find your circle, whoever those people are, and talk about what are you doing. You know what I mean? Because before I spoke to Ray, you know, I'm going about my life. You know, not that my life, you know, not that I'm in shambles or anything like that. I'm doing pretty all right for myself. But then when you have this conversation, you realize, wow, I could be doing so much more, right?
Yeah.
And if I didn't have this conversation with you, I would have just continued to just live. I've been living, whatever, going about. I'm not living miserably. I'm not living, you know, I'm not down in the dumps or anything like that. I'm pretty good. But there's just so much more to be obtained. Like, there is just, oh man, like, just so much more out there. Like, and right now I'm at a level of happiness that's great. I'm happy, you know, praise God, I'm living a good life, you know what I mean? But there's just so much more that there's to be obtained.
You know what it is? And like, it's, the thing is, we believe that there's a purpose for everybody. You know, there's a creator, right? Because wherever there's creation, there's a creator, and we do believe in a creator, right? And we do believe that not only were we created, but we were created with a purpose, you know, and that's what we're talking about, really. For the most part, we're talking about what's that purpose that we were created for.
Right.
Yeah, you know, everything's going good in our lives, and things are okay, you know.
Right.
You know, we have a family, you know, we're
good.
happy.
Right.
We got an apartment, you know, we got our kids. Like, these are some things that people just pray for or hope for.
Right.
And we have it. But the thing is, and even a lot of people out there who are doing well, maybe who don't believe in the God or something like that, there's always some type of emptiness, bro. Like, even people with so much money, right? There's always some type of emptiness, and you see these millionaires commit suicide.
Right.
You see these people with money unhappy.
Right.
And you think to yourself, bro, you have all the money in the world to do anything you want to do. Why would this guy be unhappy? Why would he want to take his own life?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, there's something on the inside us as creation,
Mm-hmm.
us as a creation,
Mm-hmm.
know that there's a creator.
Right.
And when we decide to ignore that
Mm-hmm.
and just live life like, man, I don't believe in nothing. I don't believe in nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's a little ignorant to think like that, because it's like, man, just look up,
Right. Yeah. Look at the
bro.
stars. Right.
Just
and the,
look up, bro.
and the planets in the galaxy and all that stuff.
Like, you
right?
know about that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Bro, look up. Look at the sky. Look at the stars. Look at the galaxy. Look at the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the animals.
Mm-hmm.
That's some amazing creation.
Right.
So
Right.
there has to be an amazing creator.
Right. Right. Right.
And for you not to, just to ignore that, meanwhile, there's something on the inside that you constantly feel there's some void, bro.
Right. That there's more to obtain. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You always feel like there's something else. Even when you have everything, you have the family, you have the dog, you have the house, but there's always something like, man, like, is an unfulfillment feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's God right there. That's like that purpose. God has something for you,
Right.
like right there. And if only you would just take the chance,
Right.
and just try.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Go
saying?
after your purpose. Right. Go after what
Yeah.
the plan is for your life. You know what I
I'm
mean?
telling you, you will feel so fulfilled because that's what you were meant to do.
Mm-hmm.
Some people know it quicker than others, but some people don't.
Find out what you're passionate about. Find out what your purpose here is for. Like you were just saying, like there's that yearning, that desire, because you were made for something greater. Like you were made to do great things, mighty things, excellent things. Because we believe that the God who created you is mighty and excellent.
Yeah.
And because he's mighty and excellent, has created you in his image and made you mighty and makes you with the purpose to do mighty and excellent things. So find out what you're passionate about and go after that goal and be hungry for it. Don't run, hit the first wall and then give up on all of it, but run, hit that first wall, get back up and keep running. And do great and mighty things. Listen, I think we say it all the time. I know I tell people all the time, like, I'm rooting for you, and I genuinely mean that. We genuinely mean that. Like, we're rooting for you. We want to see, like, we want to hear the stories that come out of this podcast or come out, from people hearing us or talking to us, about Gonzo or Ray, like, I was really down in the dumps, or I really didn't know what I was doing, and then I heard your podcast, and look, now I'm doing this and this and that, like, now I started my own small business. Now I'm super fit. Now I'm gonna go enter my first Pro Olympia tournament contest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever it may be, man. We just want to hear that success. We want to hear you guys being passionate about something and then going after it and completing whatever it is that is in your heart to do. Because man, like, if not you, then who?
Yep. And that's like, that's probably one of the biggest themes from us that you're gonna constantly hear, is that we want you to whoever watches this, we just want to encourage you to get up and go for it.
Yeah, man.
Whatever it is, get up and go for it
right now, like right in this moment as you're listening to your podcast. I don't know if you're driving. I don't know if you're just watching on YouTube. I don't know what it is. If you're watching on YouTube, I give you full permission. You can put the phone right down right now and go after what you ever want to go after.
Yes.
Or you search whatever you need to search and get after it. You know what I mean? If you're listening to this on your commute to work, when you get to work, keep that zeal, keep that desire to want to do something. And once you got to work, man, like, really go after it. Listen to the podcast again. Remind yourself that you've been created for great and mighty things, and go after those great and mighty things. That's it.
Even if it just has to do with your job, and you want to, and you've been dying for that promotion, or you want something new, you want to be somewhere different, man. Just like he said, man, when you go to work, just give it your all. Give it your all. And you're gonna see that promotion is gonna come through for you. I'm telling you, there's people hearing this right now who they're hesitant to move forward with something.
Yeah.
Or they're holding back. If you're hearing this right now from Misty Abyss Podcast, we just want you to continue going strong and just to do your thing.
Yep.
Don't let nothing stop you.
Do not falter.
Don't let yourself stop you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Don't be shy. Don't be lazy. Pick yourself up. Do that thing that you want to do. That's in your mind. You're thinking about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you've been waiting. Do it. Don't be lazy. Get up and get it done.
That's it, man. Don't hesitate. Don't falter, but go forward. Press towards the mark, man. Press towards that goal. Press towards whatever it is that you're passionate about. We're rooting for you. We're going to be rooting for you the whole time.
And if anything, you guys want to contact us, you can contact us on Instagram at MistyAbyss_. Please contact us, or on YouTube. Leave a comment. Any of this helps. Post, share, like. Everything helps the algorithms out there for YouTube. Yeah. So please, thank you so much for listening to us and for being patient with us.
Thank you. That's Misty Abyss episode 8, baby.
Thank you, guys.
Yo, we recorded a pre-show. If you want to catch a pre-show,
yeah,
it's on Instagram.
We're going to be doing pre-show.
It's on Facebook. Right? Yeah. We're going to be 100%.
I think every episode we're going to be doing pre-show.
I think we're actually going to start living more. We're just going to start doing more lives in general. So
that's it.
Stay
lives, yeah.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
We're excited about that one.
Catch the lives.
All right. Later. Peace. Ooh. It's hot.